Hello my friends, it's Sherry. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel, Turquoise Dreaming. I am here today to share with you these Funcils dot markers. So I shared with you last week the Funcils chalk markers, and they were really cool, weren't they? And I left you a link down below, and I'll leave this link down below under this video also in case you wanted to check these out on Amazon, and that will be an affiliate link. And then this is the dot markers, which I played around with. So I'm going to show you how these work today. And like I said last week, I feel like they're for adults and kids, or kids and adults, however, whatever you want to put that in. But yeah, so let me show you. It came, wrapped in cellophane, but I took that off so I could be ready to show this to you. And I experimented too to see how they work, so I would know how they work when I show it to you. So you open the box. Here's the inside of the box. If you were going to give this to a kid, they might want to fill this in and have some fun there. It says, hello, this set belongs to, I am blank years old. Put the age there. I want to be blank when I grow up. And things I love right here. Trying to see what you can see. Things I love. Okay, and then here in the top of the box, let me move the box over now so I can show you what's in here. So on the top of the box comes with this activity book, and I feel like, I'm a junk journaler, paper crafter, and so if I were to get this for me, I would be able to use these pages, their landscape, and their, as you can see, something for each letter in the alphabet, but I thought these could be fun to take out and make into a signature. You could fold it in half, and that would be fun for somebody. We do that. We use vintage or new, whatever the theme is, type coloring pages sometimes if we have it or we can get our hands on it. And this would be fun to just make it a page, fold it, put it into your signature, and then whoever gets this could do what they want with it. The back side is blank, so it can be written on. See, here's the back side of one. So it could be written on journaling or whatever, coloring, maybe painting. And then this is the side where you're supposed to use the dots. And you can put dots in here. You could color these if you still wanted to do the dots and you were an adult. You could color in the dots or around the dots and color in the dots and just have some fun. So as I said, it goes A through Z here, and that means a lot of pages plus. In the back, then there's some pages that are not alphabetic. Here you see a picture, and then there's several of that. Let me see how far it goes. It might be, oh, here's numbers. Okay, it has numbers too. So for learning for a child, this would be fun. For homeschooling even, maybe. Xylophone, teaching the alphabet, the numbers, and then having fun coloring. And these have lots of, before I did the video last week, I looked online, and there's lots of, there's several anyway, educational ways you can use these markers in teaching kids, like how to count and things like that. So really a good educational tool as well as an artistic tool. So that was in the top of the box, and then inside the box, underneath that book, they call it an activity book, you see all the dot markers here. And I think there's I'll have to check it out again, but I think like the chalk markers have a couple different colors that you can choose from. There's one called vintage colors, and this one that I got was kind of like more primary. I'm going to call it primary because there's red and yellow in there, but and green, but there was also purple, things like that. So the same with this. This one's, I don't see a name of the color on the box, but it says 50 pages for the activity book, so that has 50 pages, 10 markers. But anyway, I think there's probably more than one set of different colors, if you know what I mean. So let me, let's see. Let me show you my experimentation here on how they work. They're nice and dry. I did this last week when I did the chalk markers to see how these work too. And these are nice and dry. They don't smear or anything. So, and this is like lightweight cardstock, I'm going to call it. That's the blue. That's the gold. Here is a mixture of blue and green. I thought that would be a pretty background for a tag or something if I want to, you know, say I cut it right here and cut it in half and make a couple of tags. So things like that, you can just use your imagination with these. I was trying to see what I could do with streaks and, you know, what other patterns. So I did these streaks, you know, and you could cut that up. Picture cutting that, you know, into tag shape or a journaling card. And then here's the blue and gold. Let's see, what was the other? I did blue, gold, blue and green, and blue and gold here. So that's what I've experimented with so far. And I was going to show you how they work. They're easy, similar to the, let me see, what's a color I haven't used yet? Orange and light, let's see, I used the blue. Did I use, and I used the green. I used the gold, oh, I didn't use the yellow and the pink. I don't know if I'll try all these colors, but let's just get a few out of the box there. And then I'm going to close it up so I can turn it over, and the instructions, like on the other one, the instructions are probably on the bottom of the box. So let's turn it over. And I already know how to use them. Here's all the colors here too, by the way, if you want to see them again. 2 fluid ounces ink. It's called ink per dot marker. So it's called ink, not paint. I don't know if the other one's called chalk marker. Let me see if that was called ink, if it has anything about if it's ink or paint or whatever. It's probably ink also, but yeah, I don't see anything that says whether it's ink or paint. But anyway, this says ink. So let's see. So the instructions. Okay, so I didn't say, I shook them up. The ones I used last week, I shook them up before I used them. So again, like the chalk markers, you shake well with cap on and pointing up. So the cap is pointing up. And of course the cap indicates the color of the dot marker. And you shake for 30 seconds. So I'm going to pause and shake these for 30 seconds. Just 1 second. Okay, I did the shaking. So now let's pick one to try out. I thought I might do another color on one of these that I already did too. So let's move these out of the way. And these just have blue and gold on them. So to get them going, this is my test paper here. It says step number 2. Let's put, let's just get it, I wanted to do, let me get one more out of here, because now that I'm looking at it, I don't think any of these colors that I pulled out would look good with the gold here. So I got my purple out. I think purple and gold would look pretty. So again, let me turn this over. Let me shake this real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I shook that one up, and I did the full 30 seconds on all of these. I didn't cheat and do 15 seconds. So I got the hiccups, I think. Anyway, okay, so it says step 2. I'm going to do the purple one. So take the lid off, press tip to and fro 2 to 3 times to get the ink flowing. And as you can see, I haven't used this one. That's why it's white. So when they say to and fro, they just mean press it down. And here it comes already. But you can feel the tip kind of pressing in when you press down. So I think we have a good amount of ink flowing. So let's see what it looks like over here on the cardstock. It says the next step 3 is start drawing, press tip when you need ink. Okay, so I am going to, let's try not pressing on here real quick. We'll do a little test. I'm not going to press down. I'm just going to let it kind of go onto the, see, it makes a little, if you want smaller dots, I guess you can not press it down like that. But if you want a bigger dot, that's what I did last week. I just pressed down on every one. Let's see. Yeah, see, you have to press down on every one, but you want to be careful so you don't get too much ink. But it still looks pretty. You kind of have to experiment and see what you want to do with it. So we are going to make dots in between these dots just to add some more color to this. Excuse me. And instruction number 4, if you need to wash off, a wet cloth or Windex should be used. And that was the same with the chalk markers. So let's try this on here. Add some purple to our gold. like I said, I'm going to press down and just go around like that. So yeah, I had seen a few different videos, some educational for kids and some kind of artistic. There weren't a lot, but there were some. So I would say if you get these markers, if you decide to try them out, you know, look at YouTube and see what other people are doing with them. Okay, so yeah, I have to experiment with them too and see what else I can do with them, or what else I can think of doing with them. But at the moment, I'm just demonstrating, and look how pretty that purple is. So these have been, like, I don't know how long they took to dry. I just did them last week on, I think that was Wednesday, my video from last week. And then I just left them, and they dry, you know, of course they're dry a week later, but I didn't really come back like a day or two later, or even, I think the next day they were dry, but I didn't really test it out to see exactly how many hours they would take to dry. So let's do another one. See, we did the purple. I kind of would like to try out these lighter colors, like this pink one, see how light or dark it is. As you can see, I haven't used it yet. Let's put it over here and get it going. So I already shook it, like I said, so we need to press it to and fro, like the instructions say, and get it going. Does start up right away on these anyway. And so there's my big round dot. So let's put some of these on here. I kind of want to see how light or dark it is. Okay, so I'm going to try to make smaller dots, not press down so hard. Like, see that big one? And these are a little smaller. But just a little quick dot here and there on this, and I think I'm going to add some yellow too to this. And you could keep adding until it's a solid, you know, solid dots. But I saw one person, and it gave me an idea that you could almost, what she did almost made it look like tie-dye. So I like that. I like that. And then somebody else made flowers. Like, we'll make a flower on this paper in a second. I just want to get this yellow going and put some on here. And then we'll see if we can make a flower. But it was, of course, you can imagine with this little dot, with these dot markers, it's very easy to make a flower. And I think this is really pretty too with dots. So, isn't that pretty? So like I said, you can have as few or as many as you want, but isn't that for somebody that can't draw or paint like me, that is a fun way to kind of make a painting paper. You know, I mean, you could have any color cardstock you want. Say I got a light blue one out here, and you know, did the dots on there, and it would be like, you can probably make swirls and things too. Let's try a swirl here. See what that looks like. So you can make a swirl. So it said, I didn't really press down on that either. So let's make a flower real quick. What one did we use them all? We didn't use the orange one yet. Let's make a flower with the orange one. So I need to get this one going. I already shook it before. So we'll press it to and fro. They use that word, I think it's funny, so I'm just repeating it, but they don't say up and down or anything, or press in and out. They say to and fro, which I think is cute. So let's see. This is orange. Not starting yet. Did I shake? I'm sure I shook this one. Let me hold it down for a minute. The other one started so quick. Not starting yet. I might have to shake it again. Okay, I'm going to pause and shake it again. See what's going on. Just a second. Okay, I shook it again. Let's see if we can get it going here. Press it down. Let me press harder. Maybe I'm not pressing hard enough. I'm spoiled by the other ones working so quickly. Here it comes. Okay. It's slow. This one's slower. So, yeah, I would say if you get one like this, just have a little patience. See, it's coming. Have a little patience. Don't get frustrated or say it doesn't work or whatever. So sometimes you need a little patience. It is coming. I just want to make sure it's flowing good so we can make a nice flower, a nice big flower. I want it all over like a big dot. So here it comes, a little bit more. It's not going through my paper either, as you can see. Nothing's over here. That's why I turned that over just then. So I thought maybe I should show you what I was looking at to see if it went through. So I don't want it on here. But like I said, you could wash it off with Windex or what did it say? A wet cloth or Windex, which is glass cleaner. So any type of glass cleaner, I would think. Okay, we're getting bigger dots now. So let's make a flower. So what I saw, it's just super easy, right? Like any, a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old could do this, but what they did was just make petals like around in a circle. Let's see if I can do it. I say a 3-year-old can do it, but can I do it? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go over a couple of these again because I want them to be a little bit bigger. Well, I didn't mean to make it out there, but, and you could even, okay, let's put a little center on here. Let's see, let's make a yellow center. So it's not quite circular, but anyway, I need to practice my flower, but you get the idea. You can make a flower. Okay, let's make a purple flower. I just want to see if I can make a better flower here. So what you could do is overlap the, I wasn't sure, but overlap the, overlap the circles a little bit, like that. There we go. That can be a flower. And I don't want to get the ink on the other color, so I'm going to let that sit for a second. But what you could also do, let me see if I can actually kind of draw a bit like a petal. Let's see if we can kind of draw a petal. Somebody that's a better drawer can probably draw a better petal, but you know what I mean, flower petal. So you can draw, and then you would let that dry, and then you have all the colors too, so you could make stems and outline and things like that. But let's see, let's put a yellow center on this one. Let me press over here, make sure this is still going. Let me blow on this for a second. I just want to make sure it's not, I'm sure it's going to get ink on here, but I'm just going to go with it for the video. So let's see how we do. Okay, there's my center for that flower. Now for this one, let's do that. It looks kind of dry. And for this one, let's just go crazy and put some pink in between these petals and make our flower look more like a flower. So, because it looks kind of, there we go. Anyway, that's my experimentation with flowers. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration here, and I think these markers could be a lot of fun for adults and kids, like I said. So I'm going to see if I can get my granddaughter in here when she's a little bit older and let her have some fun with these too, as well as myself. I can see, oh, look at that. It's really pretty. When it's wet, it's kind of glittery, but I'm sure when it's dry, it's not. Here's this one that we did too. Oh, it is kind of glittery on the wet ones. On this one too. Well, that's pretty. But anyway, when it dries, it'll be less glittery because it's just kind of glistening, I guess, in the light right now. But anyway, really cool. Thank you to Funcils for letting me try these out. I really enjoyed it. And like I said, I'll have a link down below. And if you want to see other ways to use these, just search on YouTube. And like I said, I saw other videos. So thank you for watching today, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day and happy crafting.